Pisces, it's your girl Mercy, the Big Body Benz. Run tell them. The Big Body High Priestess, somebody come see this. I popped in to see what's good with you, Pisces, to pick your brain. Let's just pray. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angel, spirit guide, spirit animal, source sky, universe, please allow me to tap in with my Pisces. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and North Node to see what messages you have for them as I pick their brain spirit. Please protect this space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. I say thank you, Spirit. As you come in, please hit the like button, Pisces. Subscribe if you're new here. Share this video with someone that you love. Please protect the space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. I say thank you, Spirit. I don't even know why that came out that way. I'm going to say it again. Period is what it is. It came out that way. Everything is known about me is in the description box below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, send me a love donation. Follow me on any other platform or subscribe to my Patreon. Pisces, you're gonna find part 2 to this reading over on tier 1 of my Patreon. We're gonna do part 1 to pick your brain, see what's on your mind, and then in part 2 we're gonna go see whose mind you're on. And pick their brain. 1:11 on the clock. Heavy on the saying an extra prayer. Praying out of nowhere. Finding yourself in prayer when you don't know what to do. I feel like zoning out. Zoning out. Or heavy on the when you don't know what to do. Finding yourself in prayer. But also feel like zoning out. Being in prayer. Zoning out. Being in meditation. Being elsewhere. Having flashes. Having certain flashes, visions flash before your eyes, certain premonitions, being really spacey, anxiety, trauma, even traumatic events having you space out, thinking about certain things. Get the sickness out. Get the sickness out, Pisces. I kept hearing that when I got up in your energy. I just feel like this could be actual sickness. Like every time of year, every year, certain time of year you get sick. This could be cold. The weather changing. Whatever. This could be this. Certain type of year. Same time of year with the. Seasonal depression, even having to get the sickness out, showing up to do things 2 on the clock, showing up to do things that you know are going to make you feel better. Allow yourself to get out of the funk that you're in every year. 2, 3, 4 on the clock help you move on. I feel like most years or you have been known to miss the opportunity to move on, miss the window of opportunity to move on, the window to move on from something or to avoid it going sour. You usually miss that window of opportunity, but being in alignment or having an opportunity to stop yourself, foresee something, or building a relationship with your intuition, really strengthening your intuition, honoring it, not falling victim or falling for someone's old tricks or getting caught up in the same cycle, learning your lesson and not repeating it, not getting caught up, or when you feel a sickness coming on, taking care of yourself right away. When you feel certain old habits creeping back up, because that heavy on to get the sickness out, being 333 on the clock, being also when you feel certain thoughts, certain old habits dying hard, certain old people popping back up, like they do every now and then, realizing that same time, never fails, or, like clockwork, so-and-so pops up, they haven't moved on, which makes it harder for you to move on, or even in honoring that you're still in the middle of your own transition. Something is not quite over and hasn't quite begun yet, and that needs your focus. Something new hasn't quite begun, something hasn't ended, and something new hasn't quite begun yet. You're in the middle of that transition, the space, the 0, the space before the 1, full card energy, and I feel like not being able to honor it when certain people come back around, or when certain thoughts pop back up, or when you start feeling a certain way. I also feel like needing to honor when you need to rest, when you gotta slow down, being out of it and and continuing to push yourself. I feel like thinking about a lot of people being spread really thin, more and more responsibility falling on your plate now than ever. Already 4:44 on the clock, already having a lot to deal with, being in alignment in a real way, or what you hear, the messages that you get, who you go to for help, that part, being in alignment by the time you leave this person, or being really really healed by the time you leave this person, you know, or these people. After you have these conversations, you have a certain level of clarity. Someone, after a certain conversation, you might not like it. Someone may give you the hard fucking truth, but you are crystal fucking clear after encountering them, after having a conversation with them. Things that didn't make sense finally fucking make sense, you know. You also, my Pisces readings always being pertaining to my high priestesses as well. So, you know, heavy on this energy of you being the one that everybody comes to for advice. So you being the one that everybody comes to when they don't know what to do. But also when you don't know what to do, you know who to go to. You are able to help people, whether directly or indirectly, or when you may be someone that everybody comes to, but when you don't know what to do, or you often don't know what to do for yourself, there is somebody that you go to, someone that you know is going to keep it real with you, is going to heal you, is going to give you the clarity that you seek. You know, I feel like you don't always like what this person has to say, but you know that this person is not going to steer you wrong, okay? Especially when you be, you know, really giving into the wrong shit, feeding into the wrong feelings, desires, your lower self, okay, temptation, you know, start giving into old ways of being, old, lower obsessive, possessive thoughts, low vibrational thoughts. Start listening to your own fucking demons, even, you know, start listening to a Capricorn for some of you, that energy, feel like someone comes to pull you out of it or get you out in your own way, or shows you when the devil is at work in your life where you cannot see. You know, shows you where you about to get in your own way, shows you where shit is about to get brutal, or where you're about to dodge a bullet. When it's all said and done, you dodge a bullet, or you're the only one left standing. You know, when other people are dropping like flies, and I feel like it's because of who you have in your corner, the support system that you have, you know, the conversations that you seek, the people that you can bounce ideas off of, you know, that energy, your support system being real as fuck. You know, it wasn't always like that. You didn't always have that. You know, when you didn't have someone to talk to, someone to, you know, help you work through situations that you don't necessarily have the knowledge to get through, the emotional intelligence to get through. I feel like a lot of investigating, you know, a lot of taking your time, a lot of investigating, looking through shit, finding the answers, you know, trying to, for some of you, trying to project your will onto, so, you know, spirit, and asking spirit certain answers, you know, and, or even for some of you, a lot of you, this is pulling cards and wanting a certain outcome. This could be for yourself, pulling cards for yourself, wanting a certain outcome, projecting a certain outcome onto the cards. This could be why some of you don't pull for yourself or can't pull for yourself. That energy. But I also really feel like having a thing for dealing with people who take you out of alignment, or wanting to save people, fix people, heal people, put yourself in harm's way, danger, you know, to do the right thing, or to make someone's situation better, or to lessen the blow, you know, and having to really honor people's karma, not get in the fucking way, not really, just having on the needing to honor that you can do more damage by getting in the way sometimes, and you be wanting to save people, and you don't know that they don't need to be saved by you, or they had that coming, you know, they owe the universe one. I feel like we really be trying to save people from a certain ass whooping that the universe has to give them. That part. I also really feel like someone or people be trying to save you from an ass whooping that the universe has in store for you. Someone trying to save you, or people in general. Not 11 on the clock. It being urgent for someone to tell you, do not do this, avoid this, make a different decision, go in a different direction, because you about to get an ass whooping from the divine that you are not prepared for. Y'all be wanting to save people, fix people, when y'all got your own shit to worry about. Someone really is in the in-between. You need all of your energy. You need all of your magic for yourself. You know, I feel like, you know, yes, it's a blessing to be a blessing, right? Oof, oof, oof. With the Nine of Cups out here in reverse, the ancestors really saying it's time for you to be selfish. Stop giving in to so many people right now, because the only people that want something from you are people who have have nothing to give you in return. People who just want to take from you. The people in your life that constantly pour into you are the only people that you need to be focused on giving to in your life at this time. Be at a standstill with everyone else, or really honor that these other people don't really mean you well. They want what they want from you. I also really feel like someone being guilty. You want to get someone off the hook somehow. You want to fix something for someone somehow, but them being guilty. Or you're dealing with someone who wants to let someone off the hook, right? Could be a Scorpio, 10:27 on the clock. You want to let you dealing with someone that wants to let somebody off the hook, not hold them as accountable as you as they should be, or wants them to be more lenient. Or this is you want someone to be more lenient, but if they're more lenient, then just because you love somebody, just because you love someone doesn't mean that we have to be more lenient with them. They have to pay the price for something like everybody else. They gotta put in their weight. They gotta pay their share. If I feel like, and if they have a consequence that the universe wants to be exacted on them, then so be it. 11:11 on the clock, five in the room, 5 likes, 11:15, 111, 11:11, 55, 11 and 55. All of these synchronicities in a real way. I just feel like needing to really honor that you got to get up out of somebody's way. You have to honor whatever is meant to come in their direction. Have you on the not knowing what someone does when they are not around you, or not knowing what someone has done before you, that sometimes karma comes back around when it wants to, and it's not on anybody else's time schedule, and it may be very inconvenient sometime. 11:44 on the clock may be very inconvenient sometime, and so it may come, something may be exacted years later or months later, or it's an inconvenience to you when it happens because it gets in your way or it slows up your plans. But heavy on the so be it. The divine says so be it. That energy. I just feel like someone knowing more to the story than you, someone not being so close, them being able to see. You want to take care of something so bad, someone so bad, that's going to take you down with them, or is going to disempower you to worry about, to help. I feel like you got to let somebody figure it out for their fucking self. These two people deserve each other, or this situation happens so someone could finally learn their lesson or see what it is that they put someone else through. You sometimes thinking that you helping someone because they in a fucked up situation, but they did this to somebody else before. It's time for them to see what it's like when the shoe is on the other foot. It's time for them to see what it's like, or it's time for them to learn to set their own boundaries. It's time for them to learn to speak up for themselves. Time for them to learn to make better decisions. You got to get about the way, that energy. But I also really feel like it's easier for you to distract yourself with other people's problems than to focus on your own. And we can tell that energy. You got some shit you don't want to tend to, you don't want to work on. We could tell you got some, you got a job that you got to tend to. You got some art you got to create. You got a business you got to start. We can tell because having on you being real idle, or you having too much time on your hands, that energy. You having too much time on your hands. You being too busy spending your time worried about, heavy on, I just heard worried about low lives, their outcome, where where they from, where they going, that energy. That energy. People who need to get in control of their own life, focus on their own shit. But I also really feel like so do you. You need to get in control of your own life, focus on your own shit. There's some stability that you missing that you need to give yourself, something that's solid. So heavy on there's something of really being uncertain. You on the outside, you make it seem like it looks real good, or you holding it together, or things are a lot more solid than they actually are, but they're not. People can tell something is getting real crowded, or things are gonna get real crowded. Things get real crowded or real cramped before they get more spacious. That energy out here. That energy out here. Okay? I just feel like if you really knew what someone did, or you only know one aspect of it, or you trying to help somebody that hasn't been good to a whole lot of people. Okay? That energy. I'm going to leave it there. I don't know if I'm going to go directly into part 2. I might wait a little bit, feeling a little off, or I might just bust this shit out and do your reading over on tier 1, my bad, of Patreon. Do part 2 to this reading over on tier 1 of Patreon to see whose mind you're on and pick their brain, Pisces. I love you. It's your girl Mercy Big Body Benz. Run tell them, the Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. Peace.